EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turn.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they're going to get this up to midfield. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Winston now from the 50. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Off the play fake, Winston. Rolling to his left. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On third down, here's Kamara. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will get a first and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Dillon now on first and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. Dillon up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll go option to the short side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now off the option. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down. They do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Taken in by Patterson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'd lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to... Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one left side caught by Patterson. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Falcons 10, Saints nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21 yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here's Kamara trying to run, and he loses the football a second time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. This one taken in by Olave. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Saints at 3-10 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded inside the 5. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now Dillon on the inside give. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And complete to Drake London. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ready.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ready, set.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Double 38.
They run once more with Dillon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is to helping your linebackers set the edge.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the option, running right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Winston. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
To throw, Winston. That's out to Hill, right side complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks it right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw playing the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense some credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 2nd down, Dillon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 10.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
A Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Winston. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Man, that's a 3rd fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this case, because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally. But how rare is it for us to see a running back lose it 3 times trying to carry it?
They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go draw play. It's Dillon. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A.J. Dillon. his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
17, Saints nothing. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one complete to Hill. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
Play action now, Winston. And he fires one incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On 3rd down, Winston. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints.
Again, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10.
To throw is Winston. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Winston's throw complete there to Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Now Winston. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. He completes it to Olave. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. You're the offensive coordinator. You like looking.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. There goes screen with Dillon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it.
From the gun, it's Dillon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready, ready. Going red.
Back to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd
Winston.
and 4 at the 20-yard line.
That is caught by Callaway. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That's good for the Saints.
Jameis to throw it. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, big man with the ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run again with Dillon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Dillon on the counter. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?